Hello everyone! So I decided to do another take on salt bars because there had been a few questions about, can you do 100% coconut oil? What about Superfat? All those kinds of questions. So I'm going to do a 100% salt bar with the standard Superfat, and I'm going to use individual molds again. Again, when I do the salt bars, I don't want to do anything that I'm going to have to try and cut because, I understand that, yeah, you can babysit the soap and basically try and time it and cut it in 4 hours, but I don't like to have to do that. I want to just be able to leave my soap and forget it. I have a lot going on. I'm busy. I have 3 dogs, a husband, and a house and a job and all those kinds of things. So. And I like to make a lot of soap, so generally I don't want to have to be worried about cutting soap at a certain amount of time, because if I forget, then it's going to end up being too hard, and then I've just caused a batch to crumble, which stinks because I don't want to have to rebatch soap. So this is just 32 ounces of coconut oil, and you've got your lye water. And I'm going to be using black sea salt today instead of the Himalayan salt I used the other day. A little bit of a smaller batch. I'm going to be doing my using my individual circle molds. And just, I am going to bring this to a little bit of heavier trace that'll help suspend the salt more. I'm doing basically around 50% salt to my oils, and if it's a lot thinner, it'll sink in the batch. So I've already measured out my fragrance. For this batch, I'm not adding color like I've done with my other salt bars. The black sea salt I'm going to use, that I like to use for this, is actually black because it's already colored with activated charcoal. Now you could add more activated charcoal separately. I have done that. Just by doing the salt, you get more of a gray color. I'll show you a couple of bars at the end of this that I've made. And you just stir till it's fully incorporated. Okay. What I am going to do is, you can put down whatever kind of a flat surface you want. I'm going to use this. Whatever you do, if you're gonna keep using your space, put down something flat where you can pick up your molds, because otherwise they're floppy, because I'm using these. And if you just if you just set it down and pick it up to move it, see what happens, it just goes like this. So if you can use, I've used really thick cardboard before. If you're just gonna not use your workspace overnight, that's fine if you just leave it. But I'm gonna be using mine a little bit more today. So, right. And then you just start pouring. And I'll show you a few pictures. I'm sorry, a few soaps, not pictures, silly. So you can see what it looks like when it's done, and after it's been used a little bit. I have done batches before where I've added more activated charcoal and it makes it a little bit darker, but remember, if you're doing 100% coconut oil, you're going to have a really, really white batch of soap. Just looking for nearly full cups, but not quite, because you do get 14 bars out of this. And if you decide you want to do a loaf and cut it, that's absolutely fine. There's nothing wrong with that whatsoever. That's just, I'm not a fan of that, so that's me. Alright. So you can spray if you want with some RA or alcohol. You don't have to. It is going to turn a gray color anyway. I'll show you. So this is what one looks like when it's pulled out of the mold. You see it has a little bit of settling at the top, just a little bit of loose, and then you see the bottom, it's more of a gray color. And this is one that I've been using. It turns into this pretty, almost like a gray stone. And believe it or not, I use this on my face. And I don't end up with any tightness, dryness, or anything, despite it being 100% coconut oil. I do a really high superfat, but it's also the salt in it that changes the soap. So, and it's very smooth. This is a lot smoother. This black sea salt, it's a lot smoother than the Himalayan salt. Even though they're both extra fine, small, for whatever reason, it must be the way the salt is cut. Maybe it's less angular, less sharp, but this is smooth. I mean, it's just like a smooth stone. I love this. So, individual molds, 100% coconut oil. Do at least a 20% superfat. You can superfat 30 up to 30% if you want. And yeah. So, enjoy. Salt bars are totally doable. Sometimes you just have to modify how you make them. Alright, so that's another tip and trick for me for the day. And enjoy. Happy soaping.